Hey everybody out there, welcome to a little impromptu unboxing video from your old friends at the Basement of Doom and the Todd Files. We're here talking about Free Comic Book Week.
Not day,
and
week.
Cats are invading, so we have 3 cats, so they will probably invade at some point. But this lovely box, is extremely heavy, you can probably hear the heftiness of it, came from our good friends at Source Point Press. As you can see by my lovely hat that I have had probably about a month now. I ordered from them right at the beginning of the quarantine. And they're doing this amazing Free Comic Book Week event. And Ariel was awesome enough to order these books. And we're going to crack them open live here and try to give a little shout out to each one of the creators involved. Absolutely. So pull out your bladed instrument.
Get a cracking. I think I got all but one. And that's because I was driving at the time that because they released every day at like noon, and there were so many per day, and you could order them. And I was driving at the time that it released. I got home, and it was gone.
Should we do this like franchise kick style? If you guys are YouTube fans and you've ever heard of Franchise Kick's channel, this is like my favorite channel to hate. Because I watch it constantly, but
he's a cool guy, and he does really
interesting
cool
videos about he does like resale with Amazon returns and stuff like that. But every time he opens a box, he refuses to look inside. It's like this weird. It must be a mystery to him too, and it drives Ariel completely insane. So, but we won't do that. We won't be lame. Let's just pick up this enormous freaking stack of comics that we just got. I'll move the box over here.
Todd has no idea.
No, I literally have no idea because I've been so busy with work and everything else and Cat shaking the camera that I haven't had time to get to much of anything. So you know more about what's going to be in here than I do, to be honest. So what do we got?
All right. So the first thing we got, Torso Bear.
Well, I know literally nothing about this book.
We got all 3. Which is incredible. Like,
in 3D!
Usually, you get, like, the start or some weird middle, I feel like, in a comic for Free Comic Book Day. But we have all 3. I don't know much about it. It looks hilarious, though. There's a pink teddy bear in handcuffs. You know, that's always a great thing. You want to read the back of volume 1 for me here? It
is very long. So, no, I don't.
Give us a synopsis.
Let's see. Dismembered teddy bears have been found in the back alleys of the Sweet City. It's up to our hero, rookie detective Ruxby Bear, and his partner, Officer Hasbrow, to solve the string of murders, no matter how high and how far the clues take them. Torso Bear, Yarns from Toyberg, is a collection of 12 grisly crime yarns written in the style of good old film noir and set in the world of toys. The creative team on this is massive, so I'm not going to go through all of it, but I am just going to kind of get it on the camera there. You can maybe see it. I know there's a hell of a glare, but yeah, there's a huge number of folks that are involved in this. So
describe this series. Apparently one of the fans says this is... imagine Frank Miller's Sin City. Now color it with crayons from a 3rd grader's school box. That's the barest inking of the cruel delights that awaits you in this incredible volume. So there you go. That was the synopsis on volume 2. That was a quote.
Show off a little bit of artwork on the inside there. You can see I just freshly cracked it open.
I know.
So we have 3 volumes of that, so that'll be fun to get to. Hopefully we'll get to...
We've got a lot to catch up on.
Go through and review it. We are doing new Todd Files here soon with a new format to some of our episodes where we're not actually just going to be interviewing folks. We're actually going to be doing full episodes where we do nothing but review.
We're also trying to add some stuff to it. Trying to, if you've got anything, yes, and I know it's a stupid cat. He's just going to sit there.
I'm going to smother him with a pillow.
Don't smother the cat. Go away. Go away. Hi. So we're going to try to be doing some more stuff too. More shout outs. We're really trying to be indie strong in a time where no one's strong.
Yeah.
So All right.
So let's see. Do we just have number 2 on this one?
No, I think we have.
They're all sort of out of order.
Well, it was because it was based on kind of day.
Yeah, of course.
It's getting kind of a preview here of kind of what we have. I thought there was one more. Nope, that was it.
So it looks like issues 1 and 2 of Achilles.
Yes.
And that looks like Tenzo Funzo.
No, this isn't one you told me about?
I don't think so. No, I don't think I actually own this one, oddly enough. I mean, to be honest, I own about 75%, if not more, of Source Point. But this was written by Andy Schmidt, illustrated by Daniel Main, and colored by Francesca Zambon. What an awesome name. And lettered by Marco Della Verde. So, 10 years ago, the world was turned upside down when a sliver of the world's population spontaneously generated superhuman abilities. The newly empowered didn't strike poses and don colorful costumes. They used their powers for themselves to make a buck at everyone's expense. They tanked the economy and consolidated all the power and wealth, and there wasn't a thing we the people could do about it. They called themselves boosters, and the rest of us call them doomers. Ransom Young, a former cop, founded Achilles Incorporated, an investigative firm to help all those duds displaced by doomers, everyone taking their jobs. Achilles Inc. has one motto: every booster's got an Achilles heel. It's our job to find it. So it sounds like a fun world.
Yeah, the artwork's
totally
incredible.
up my street. So I'm definitely excited
A little peek here.
to crack into these for sure.
It's very pretty.
So that'll be fun for me.
All right.
Let's see what we got next.
That's
Well, if it isn't our old friend Dave Hayes. David and his creative team, of course. The Rot #1. Now, of course, I have read The Rot before, and I do own it, but it's cool to get another copy. David Hayes is a former Todd Files guest, along with his creative team for this one, Josh Werner, of course, and Sean Seal. I love Sean's artwork. I gush about it on the episode that I did with Dave. It's absolutely gorgeous if you want to take a quick look at it. I'm a big fan. Dave is one of my favorite all-time guests, and it's always a pleasure to review anything of his. So, super excited to have another copy of The Rot.
That's actually one I need to read, so I'm really glad that that came, because right now we're in the middle still of, we finally emptied out the storage unit, so we have all of the indie comics everywhere, and we wanted to do the indie challenge, but apparently that's impossible.
There's not enough empty floor space in our house to cover the amount of indie comics that I own. So
I'll just read that copy.
Yeah. I probably got 7 or 8 long boxes full at least. So that challenge is, I'm not up to that challenge. But it looks like we also have, 1 through 3 of Floppy Cop. This one is done by Dan Doherty, of course. Art by Seth DeMuth, who I'm a huge fan of. Let's see, and the covers are done by Jay Fosgett, who has done some amazing work.
Yeah.
And Bodhi Troll is a wonderful book. So this one's been really popular. I honestly have not read it.
Shame.
Yeah, nothing to say, but like I love Dan's work on Touching Evil. It just didn't look like a book that necessarily would appeal to me, but I'm willing to give it a shot for sure. And the covers are absolutely gorgeous. So really cool. Excited to have 1 through 3 of Floppy Cop.
Speaking of which...
Hey, there we go. Speaking of
Touching Evil.
Yes, story, pencils, and letters, all by Dan Doherty, who, that's to anybody to do that much work on their own book. It's obviously a passion project. Having read a good amount of it before, I'm excited to get to crack back into the world. So, and excited for you to check it out too. I love the kind of world that Dan creates, and he's an extremely talented guy and a very nice guy in person.
That's the really cool about this whole experience. You know, we're not even that much through the pile, and it's him re-experiencing things. It's me learning things, which is kind of how we wanted to start this all. It's just really incredible, and I really thank you, SourcePoint.
Now, up next we have issues 1 and 2, it looks like, of Savants.
Mm-hmm.
I actually already own issue 1, but I don't have issue 2, so that's exciting for me. Of course, created and written by Gary Reed, illustrated by Seth DeMuth, and colors and letters by Sarah Soule. So, absolutely gorgeous cover on that one. Of course, again, like I said, I'm a big fan of Seth's work. excited to get to crack into issue 2 on that one for sure. What else do we have? Ooh, this is in plastic. Mm-hmm.
We got a couple that are in plastic.
What other independent company or even actual mainstream, big publisher is going to send out full graphic novels for Free Comic Book Day or Free Comic Book Week as everybody is going now? But usually these are kind of one-shot throwaway sort of ash can things that are cool to get, but are not necessarily going to even be a full story. Most of the time, it's just a kind of a half book, a free preview sort of a thing to get you interested in buying a title. But SourcePoint has actually stepped up and is offering full, graphic novels and full sets of comics. This is unprecedented, I would have to say. I mean, I really don't know any other company who's doing this.
One of the next ones is super thick and has a really beautiful cover too.
Yeah, I'm just going to say that this one is called, Fall Streak, which I'm actually not familiar with, oddly enough.
It looks really it's one of those that doesn't have much on it.
I am familiar with the artist Tyler Souls. I'm a fan of his work, but yeah, it looks amazing. An intriguing story. That walks a fine line between the paranormal and horror genres, so that's definitely for me. For sure. And our friends at the Canned Air podcast have a quote on the back of there, and those guys are amazing, local Columbus folks, and guys that I've been threatening to cross-pod with for a long time, but we never got the chance to yet, so Dave and I may eventually. So hopefully we'll get to do that. But yes, super excited about that.
Let's do this one next. These are actually, I believe, the same, but they offered an alternative cover.
Yes. Absolutely beautiful. So this one's close to my heart too because it's Bob Sally's work on Ogres. It's the same issue, yes, but this has a beautiful alternate cover, which I just absolutely love.
It's super cute.
It's adorable. Bob is one of the most passionate writers I've ever met, and I'm a massive Salvagers fan. And Bob sent me Ogre forever ago before it even saw the light of day, and I got to preview it, and I was just blown away by it. Sean Daly does just beautiful artwork in this book.
Totally
I can't say enough about it. It's this beautiful watercolor sort of work that really just dazzles when you look at it.
Oh, that's a good scene.
And Bob's incredibly talented in pushing his story. And I'm super excited to have even more. I actually own graphic novels on these, of course. But, yeah, anything to add to my Bob Sally collection. Love you, Bob. What else do we have?
I've never heard of this one.
I don't know this one.
Boxmasters. I could be wrong. Anyone out there correct me. I believe this is one of their newer
things. This is definitely one that I'm not familiar with,
so,
but check it out. Someone's traveling through time, attempting to destroy the history of rock and roll, and the only thing that can stand in their way is the Boxmasters. Real-life rock stars Billy Bob Thornton. Is that the Billy Bob Thornton? I know he's doing a voice for the new animated project. J.D. Andrew and Teddy Andrelis are featured in this unprecedented sci-fi adventure that will rock you through time. It looks similar to him on the cover, so maybe it actually is. If it is, that is fucking awesome, man. And boy, the camera just went nuts there because we had like a freaking cat storm that happened there, so sorry about that. Maybe no ability to edit that, unfortunately. So these are doubles for me, but I'm still excited to get it. Issues 1 and 2 of Hope.
Triples.
We actually have massive amounts of copies of things.
The OG of Hope.
Yes.
And then it got a little bit wrinkled, and I was devastated. And I told Dirk, and Dirk said, no problem, and gave me another copy. But I had already picked up the Free Comic Day copy. So the fourth, actually, this would be our fourth, Hope. So I've read it 4 times.
I've actually finished the entire series, and it's... I'm not going to have the Dirk Manning Love Festival or whatever that I would normally have in a review stuff, and it calls my artistic integrity into question, or my journalistic integrity into question every time. But I will say that I'm a huge fan of this series, and Kaylin's artwork is absolutely breathtaking. She is insanely talented. Everything that she does, anything that she puts pencil on is brilliant to me. So, if you haven't read Hope, what the hell?
Do it, please.
Get on it.
It's really great.
All right, let's see what else we've got. Oh,
I'm excited about this one.
We've got The Rejected Dead Girl.
Since the first
This is like a murderer's row of talent from SourcePoint, because of course it's created by Stan, I don't know how to say your last name because I feel like a dick, but I'm going to say Kanaka. Of course, created by David Hayes, written by Dave Hayes and Josh Sobek, illustrated by Corey Anderson, lettered by Justin Birch, and covered by Dan Gorman. This is like a murderer's row here of awesome talent. This cover is just insane.
I'm really
super.
I've been excited about it, and I just never picked it up, and here's my chance.
Stan, I'm truly sorry if I butchered your last name.
We're sorry. Don't hate us. We're coming to the end
very
here.
Excited. And we've got a couple more here. Let's see. This is Skyline #1. And I actually think I did pick this up at some point, but it is in my stack of stuff that hasn't been read yet. So
it looks familiar.
This is written by Frederick Packard and Joshua Valerie, art by Adam Kozart, lettering by AJ Young, and edited by Pez. So it looks beautiful. I love the artwork. I love the style. It looks like a kind of fantasy sword and sorcery sort of thing, and if that's the case, I'm always into that kind of thing. But it definitely is very pretty.
It looks
to look
like
at.
something that the basement blueberry would like.
I may have also recently ordered the rest of the issues of this. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember what's in my order.
Which one do you want to go next?
Let's do
Let's
this
do
one.
the thick one?
Yeah, let's do that.
This one has a beautiful cover. Really thick.
Very, very cool.
Really
It's called
nice.
The Dark. The Darkest of Dark.
It looks
It's a horror anthology of story collections, curated by Kelly Williams. Let's see. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like 4 stories.
Mm-hmm.
And I am super excited to read that because I of course, love horror. And man, there's something about horror and black and white artwork that I really love, especially if you just use one color. Like red is also is super effective in these sort of stories.
Though, if you look, it does have blues. Mm-hmm. It has just the runs of it, just little pops.
Very monochromatic. It's very
pretty.
cool. I'm excited to read this one. So this is probably the one I'll end up reading first.
Probably.
And then I don't know if I actually have this one or not, but it was definitely on the list of ones I was interested in.
I was super interested.
So this one is called The Seance Room. Anything to do with spiritualism, very interested in. It's a very fascinating subject. Let's see, written by Ben Goldsmith, illustrated by, it looks like Kayla Valerio, lettered by Justin Birch, and then edited by some guy named Travis McIntyre and some other guy named Josh Warner. I don't know who they are.
I don't know who that is. Some guy, I think he won an award once.
May have, I don't know. I think he's a ginger. I don't know. He may be. He may or may not have a soul.
Gingers?
I'm not entirely sure.
I don't know.
But man, just this is enough to get me interested. Just this beautiful splash page dead in the middle of the book.
Sure.
So super interested in that one. So can you believe? Did you pay shipping on this?
I paid shipping. They couldn't do free shipping.
Of course.
But what they did was, so every day they released a set. And then I paid the flat shipping for the first day. And then every day it was $2 to add on for the shipping. So I think I paid... If I paid $7 the first day in shipping, and then $2 the next 4 days, I mean, that's not bad. For that many comics...
No, this is an insane amount of reading material here.
Friday is when this was done. So we've already got this, and it's... this came yesterday. I was just too tired to do a video yesterday.
I'm just going to... So this is 6 graphic novels. Like, full, complete graphic novels. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10... 15
and like I said, I
comics.
think I'm actually missing one. Because I missed it by a minute. So...
It's insane. No company, whether it be independent or massive publisher, is gonna do something like this to get their word out there, and especially considering that, not to shill or anything because I am wearing your hat, but SourcePoint is on fire right now, and insanely popular, and this is just doing something that we're in an extremely rough situation in the country right now with this disease virus thing that's going on, and we're all affected. Ariel and I are both immunocompromised, and it's been very difficult for us, and we're both working from home now in both essential industries. So having this big giant stack of comics to get to read while going through all this is a hell of a morale
in
booster.
between calls or after the day. It's great, and it's phenomenal that this company was able to do this. So I really, from the bottom of my heart, guys, thank you.
Yes, huge
I
thank you.
even received an email after my first 2 orders, and it was just a personal little, hey, I just want to thank you for using the site for ordering our stuff.
Absolutely.
Like, that's incredible. They went an extra mile just to thank me, and I don't know. It really speaks to me just how incredible this industry is.
And since we're already doing this, I want to take just a moment to shout out to some other independent creators and folks that are doing stuff right now, and that because of the death of the con industry this year in the wake of COVID, that are just struggling to get by, and then another company who's doing great things here locally to help with what's going on with the virus. So I want to say a shout out to quiltfab.com. If you saw the pictures that we posted recently of our awesome Marvel masks that we have for going out and braving the wilds out there, quiltfab.com is doing all kinds of great nerdy stuff. They're hooked up with our friends at Pack Rat Comics.
Who they did a curbside comic book day, which is also incredible.
And gave away a massive amount of free comics. They gave away games. They gave away action figures.
The week before, we got some Kingdom Hearts figures and some random stuff just to pick me up. You know, it's incredible.
To show people that, you know, the nerd community is still together and still able to congregate even though we can't physically congregate.
Shout out to Evan Pozo. Did I say that right?
Pazio.
Forgive me, Evan. I suck. And Adam Fields.
Johnny Phantasm.
And Johnny Phantasm. And Adam Fields. They're both hosting... Oh, and Victor, I believe. They're all hosting little online cons. Check all 3 of their pages out. I believe Adam has another one coming up. I think I shared it. If not, I'm going to share it again.
Big ups to my brother from another mother, Mike Watson, who's going out there 2 and 3 times a week doing Dear Creatives and doing these online panels, things that really are getting things going. Dirk has been doing a lot of those things. SourcePoint has been doing their own things, getting out there, doing interviews.
We need to get you on to... Watson's got a new Versus thing where he talks while he's writing.
With me on Facebook.
No, we're having this happen. I'm making this happen, Watson.
You did a great episode with Stephanie, though, for
yes.
sure. Stephanie Menard did an episode with
I've been having trouble with live, so I couldn't watch it, but I tried to share it stuff. Sorry.
I don't have the attention span for it. I'm going to be completely honest. Who wants to watch Watson talk? No, I'm just kidding. You should absolutely go out of your way to watch Dear Creative.
It's great.
I think that Watson at this point has surpassed me on the college course for making comics.
We're going to have to be a star on his show.
But also to World of Strange. I think their website is worldofstrange.com. I'm actually wearing one of their shirts right now, but they are our absolute favorite con t-shirt vendors. They do Cherry Capital, they do Lexington, they do cons all over the country, and right now there is no con business, and so they're relying solely on online orders. And I ordered a few t-shirts from them a week or so ago and got a wonderful personal note. They could not have been more wonderful about the whole thing. And I love the folks at World of Strange. They make amazing shirts. I never go out anywhere without getting asked about the shirts if I'm wearing one. I would say that they make up about half of my wardrobe at this point.
I think realistically at this point we have to start replacing his old shirts because I'm just wearing them as PJ shirts when they're wearing out. So
if you love my... I wear this one to cons all the time. If you love the Fear and Loathing in Skyrim, that's where that came from. They make amazing shirts, and
you also
we love
often
them
see
so
him
much.
wear a beautiful purple one with a giant robot statue on it. You probably know if you've seen it.
Yeah.
Yes, if you've seen it, check them out. Seriously.
But take this opportunity while we're down and we're, stuck inside to patronize your favorite independent creator. I know that unfortunately Space isn't going to happen this year, but Bob is doing it online. So Space online is a big way if you're a local person to contribute to the local indie comics scene. Everybody that's doing these online cons, take time out of your day and
just
do this and
support
it, and just thank them for giving you content and giving us all, morale boosters in this time where, let's be honest, Ariel and I both have depression issues ourselves. Depression is very high right now, and anxiety and stress because of the situation. And the best way to get through it is this right here. Words and pictures.
And let's just talk real quick on that too. I know you're not watching your Zoom meetings. I know you're not paying attention at work. If you've got an issue, if you don't feel like picking up that comic, you got 2 inboxes right here. Slide into those DMs. We got you.
Yeah, absolutely. And do your best to support, your indie creators right now.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
A share, a watch, a follow.
Check out all the Kickstarters that are happening right now. Indiegogo right now. Johnny Phantasm is on Indiegogo. Get a chance to check that out. We'll share the link out for you later on.
Mother's Day is coming up. Nothing better than a really personalized gift.
What mom wouldn't love an issue of Skyland?
Actually, I think she'd like Rejected.
Or Hope.
No.
Hope is a very mother story.
It is, though. It actually is. But no, give yourself a chance to really look into these guys, and while you're having some downtime, support your local people.
Yeah. Support your local podcasters, support your local indie comic producers, support your local artists, writers, creators in general, because they are the lifeblood of this industry, and they are what keeps folks going in times like this.
Well, I think we're about there.
Absolutely. And again, huge thank you for this massive stack of content.
We can't thank you enough.
To Source Point Press. Travis, you're a hell of a man and a hell of a ginger. And we love you guys, and we will always be indie strong. Until next time, I'm Todd.
I'm Beesh.
And we'll see you later.